What's up guys, Gully Boy back at you with another most popular songs video, and this time we're going to be checking out the top 10 most popular songs from Nicki Minaj. For those of you that don't know, I made a video back in the day called Top 7 Worst Nicki Minaj Songs of All Time. In that video, I was very disingenuous, as I never listened to Nicki Minaj before, and I made the list due to people telling me what her worst songs were. It's obvious that the old me did things for clicks, as I wasn't really trying to listen to certain artists. Well, today is a new day, and I've changed my ways. No longer will I just call something trash without listening to it first. I also used to listen to a track and called it whack just based off the first couple of seconds. That's pretty much how I was able to create that video. But with all that being said, I'm going to genuinely listen to some Nicki Minaj songs and give my honest critiques. I also feel that I need to do this as she's been the top female rapper for over a decade, and in some people's eyes, she's still regarded as such. But enough talking, let's go ahead and check out Nicki Minaj's 10th most popular song, Bees in the Trap.
10th most popular Nicki Minaj song, Bees in the Trap. 226,647,582 views.
Bitches ain't shit and they ain't saying nothing. 100 motherfuckers can't tell me nothing.
Okay, there are some elements about this track that I think are good, and some that I think are bad. First off, I really like the instrumental, as it sounds like something that will be played as you're on a journey through space. That snap snare is incredible too. Another good thing about this track is Nicki's verses. She'll do a great job flowing on this spacey instrumental.
Man, I've been dead. Man, I've been popped out. And if she ain't trying to give it that she...
Now let's talk about the cons of this track. First off, the chorus annoys me. The reason why this is because of how Nicki delivers it. When she says the word trap, it just sounds really weird to me. It sounds like she's intentionally putting extra emphasis on the word.
I bees in the trap, bees in the trap.
Another con on this song is 2 Chainz's verse. Now his lyrics are perfectly fine, as he comes through with some pretty good metaphors. The problem though is his delivery. It almost sounds like they did this song in one take, as it sounds like he didn't have proper breath control or something.
If I want rapping, I be trapping. If I want trapping, I be pimping. If I want pimping, I be...
And the last thing that's bad about this song is the bridge, where Nicki addresses her haters. She'll fail to rhyme, which just makes it sound very sloppy in my opinion. When I heard that part, I was literally like, what the hell was that? But in conclusion, this track is definitely below average.
9th most popular Nicki Minaj song, Moment for Life. 262,755,780 views.
In this very moment, I'm king. In this very moment, I slay Goliath with the sling. This very moment, I bring.
Okay, now I can admit that I've genuinely listened to a Nicki Minaj song without any biases. With that being said, I really enjoyed this track as it showcases what Nicki is capable of. She's definitely not a one-trick pony, as she can rap and sing. Speaking of singing, her vocals are incredibly good, as it adds to the overall inspirational feel to the track.
I wish that I could have this moment for life.
This song is about Nicki wanting to remain in the moment in her life where she reached great success. She'll tell the story about how Wayne took her under his wing, which led to her becoming the successful artist she is. Drake is the featured artist on this song, and he'll share the same sentiment, as he can also relate to Nicki, as Wayne put him in the position he's in as well. One thing that I've always said about Drake is that his voice annoys me. That's very much still the case here, but I will admit that his verse is solid on this one, and I'm glad that his horrible voice didn't ruin the song for me.
Memo, a young king, pay me a gold. 40 got a bunch of he ain't even...
Overall, this one is a banger, as you will truly see what Nicki is capable of, along with being inspired by her story.
8th most popular Nicki Minaj song, Pound the Alarm. 283,813,102 views.
Yo, what I gotta do to show these girls that I own them. Some call me Nicki and some call me Rowman. Skeezer, please, I'm in a visa.
I truly need to be ashamed of myself for not realizing how versatile Nicki is. I'm someone that has gone on record to say that I love when creative artists step out the box, and that's exactly what Nicki did in her career. Although the overall sound of this track doesn't appeal to me, I can still admire Nicki's creativity. Her rapping here is really good, and once again I'm impressed by her singing vocals. Now, when I say that the sound of this track doesn't appeal to me, what I mean by that is it sounds like this is a song you will play during a festival. And if y'all know me, then you will know that your boy is an introvert, which means you ain't gonna ever find me at no damn festival. I can also see this being played during a workout session as it's full of energy. Now, your boy definitely works out, so with that being said, I'll go ahead and add it to my workout playlist.
7th most popular Nicki Minaj song, Good Form, 290,094,929 views.
Hola, okay, hola. You see a bad bitch coming through, yo, what's the hola? I'm in that new me and new when I roll.
At first, I mistakenly heard this one without the Wayne feature. I was so confused to as why this was one of her most popular songs, as it didn't have that most popular song vibe. Then I discovered that Wayne was on the remix, which then made sense to me. Now, this is not me saying that this track is bad, it's actually pretty decent. Plus, and Mike Will Made It will produce a upbeat instrumental that leads to Nicki dropping good verses along with the catchy chorus. One of the things that I like about the hook on this song is how Nicki would cleverly use the phrase good form. She'll state that she told her dude to eat her cookie as it's good form, which sounds similar to good form.
Tell him eat the cookie cause it's good form. And when he eats the cookie, he got good form.
She'll do this throughout the chorus, and I think it's really dope. The drawback on this song, though, is Nicki's verses. Now, there is nothing wrong with her lyrics, it's her overall flow and delivery. I'm aware that Nicki is very animated when she raps, which leads to her drastically switching her tone. This just throws me off, as it's not appealing to me. Wayne would then hop on the track and he'll kill his verse. His verse is filled with punchlines, but his opening lines on this track are hilarious to me, as he'll rap about how Nicki's badonkadonk gets him going, and if she ever lets him eat her cat, he'll go super animalistic on that thing.
You make that ass jump like my heartbeat, and if you let me eat the pussy, then it's Shark Week.
But overall, this is an okay track. I can't see myself going back to it due to Nicki's vocals.
6th most popular Nicki Minaj song, High School featuring Lil Wayne, 295,630,080 views.
Said he came from Jamaica, he owned a couple acres, a couple fake visas cause he never got his papers. Gave up on love.
Here we have a track with the concept. Both Wayne and Nicki tell stories about relationships that they're in. Nicki would talk about how she took her dude in as he failed in the dope game and has just been released from prison as somebody snitched on him. She'll then cater to him by taking him on trips and buying him nice things. She'll also let him blow her back out.
Bitches this pretty, that's seldom. This box better than the box he was held in.
Wayne is actually in a crazier scenario as he's dealing with the girl with multiple sex partners. All through his dealings with this woman, he'll be worried that she's still sleeping with other people. When he'll ask her, does she still sleep around, she'll tell him to worry about himself as he still has access to her for JJ. Now that's just crazy.
Tell me that it's mine. I tell her stop lying. Mine and who else? She said worry about yourself.
But the song itself is really good, as Wayne and Nicki do well on their verses, and I'm also beginning to realize that I really like when Nicki sings, as her vocals are always good. I may need to find all the tracks that she's harmonizing on, as I think her singing is better than her rapping in my opinion. But although this was a good song, I can't see myself adding it to the playlist. Still a good song though.
5th most popular Nicki Minaj song, Starships, 458,140,667 views.
Let's go to the beach, each, let's go get a wave. They say what they gonna say. Have a drink, clink, found a Bud Light. Bad bitches.
Okay, this song is all over the place. Now, I will commend Nicki for stepping outside the box for this one. She'll also do a lot of things creatively with her vocals as well, but it all sounds like a mess in my opinion. Just as I discussed before, Nicki can be very animated with her vocals, but sometimes she cranks that shit to the max, which annoys me. She'll open the track like this, which would then lead to her reciting a melodic upbeat pre-chorus, which would then lead to the chorus, where she'll then release some really good vocals.
Starships were meant to fly.
But honestly, her singing vocals will be overshadowed by the very obnoxious instrumental. As this track continues to play, it seems like everything would just get more intense, which led to me getting a headache as there's so much going on. I also feel like all of these insane elements kill the message of the song. I believe this track is just about uplifting spirits, basically referring to people as starships, which leads to Nicki stating that they're meant to fly. The only thing that this track uplifts me to do is to skip it ferociously.
Now everybody let me hear you say right, right, right. Go spend all your money cause the day paid late. And if you a G, you a G.
4th most popular Nicki Minaj song, Right by My Side featuring Chris Brown, 507,548,960 views.
It all comes down to this. I miss your morning kiss. I won't lie.
Bro, how come I never hear people talk about how good Nicki's singing is? And she ain't using no auto-tune either. So far, all of her singing attempts on these songs have impressed me, and this song is no different. She'll open her verse with those great melodic vocals, which would lead to her doing the same thing on the chorus. Honestly, I could have done without Chris Brown on this song, as Nicki shines on all aspects. I feel like Breezy is just noise here, as Nicki outshines him to the point where he doesn't really need to be on the song. Nicki would also drop a good rap verse as well, further adding to the dopeness of this track. This one would have gotten added to the playlist if Nicki was on the song by herself. I just feel like both of them singing didn't work here.
Third most popular Nicki Minaj song, Only, featuring Lil Wayne, Drake, and Chris Brown. 526,269,106 views.
When I walk in, sit up straight. I don't give a fuck if I was late. Dinner with my man on a G5 is my...
This has to be one of the most goofiest, corniest songs I've ever heard. Basically, the synopsis is that the Young Money crew only roll with real niggas and bad bitches. But Nicki would open her verse by stating that she never had sex with Wayne or Drake. This would then lead to Wayne and Drake opening their verses by also denying sleeping with Nicki. The reason I find this goofy is that it has nothing to do with what Chris Brown is saying in the chorus, which is only rolling with real niggas and bad bitches.
Nothing but real niggas only. Bad bitches only.
Them addressing not having sex with Nicki has nothing to do with that. Nicki's opening verse was fire at first, as she'll tell us what she'll do if she were to let Drake and Wayne hit. What made her verse corny is the duct tape line.
I don't duck nobody but tape. That was a setup for a punchline on duct tape.
It's like, yeah, we caught it the first time you said it. It also wasn't a fire line, which just makes her look crazy when she says this. But Drake's verse is incredibly bad, as he'll thirst over Nicki ferociously. The boy is supremely down bad, as he expresses how much he wants to smash Nicki all through his verse. He'll also come through with some zesty ad-libs as well. But I will admit that Claire Huxtable line was fire.
Ass on Houston, Texas, but the face look just like Claire Huxtable.
But in all honesty, I don't think I'll ever get over this dude's voice. Wayne, on the other hand, actually has a fire verse here. He doesn't thirst over Nicki like Drake did. Instead, he'll actually kinda insult her, as he'll state that her dude ain't hitting it right. This will then lead to him saying that she needs to be piped better.
Whoever is hitting ain't hitting it right, cause she act like she need dick in her life.
The rest of his verse is also great. I don't know what it is with Chris Brown on these Young Money tracks, but he just doesn't do it for me. I'm not saying that he's terrible or anything, but it's just like, hey, Chris Brown is on the song. Yeah, well, okay. All in all, this one is a hard skip for me.
Second most popular Nicki Minaj song, Super Bass. 979,347,017 views.
This one is for the boys with the booming system. Top down AC with the coolest system. When he come up in the club, he be blazing up. Got stacks on.
I definitely heard this song back in the day, but this was actually my first time listening to it fully, and I must say that this song is amazing. Nicki would rap and sing about the types of guys she likes, from thugs to sophisticated brothers. Everything Nicki would do on this track would be amazing, from her rap vocals and of course her singing. First off, I gotta point out that her animated rap style works perfectly on this track, as it enhances her flow. Her flow would also bring energy to this track as well.
I said, excuse me, you're a hell of a guy. I mean, you're like pelican fly. I mean, you're so shy.
Her singing is phenomenal on the chorus, along with the additional singing vocals from Esther Dean. Nicki would also sing incredibly well on the bridge of this track. Honestly, everything about this track is perfection, and I also found myself listening to it several times. If there are more Nicki tracks like this, where her rapping is to my liking, and she's coming through with those good singing vocals, I just might have her in my playlist a lot more.
See, I need you in my life for me to stay. No.
The most popular Nicki Minaj song, Anaconda, 1,105,088,257 views.
Boy, toy named Troy used to live in Detroit. Big dope, selling money, he was getting.
I remember the day that the music video for this song dropped. I definitely didn't watch the music video for the song, as Nicki would create possibly the best soft porn music video ever. But never mind all that. This is a new day, and I'm here to review songs. The song itself has so many elements in it that annoys me quite a bit. The Sir Mix-a-Lot sample is very pretentious here, as it's used in a way to constantly remind you that Nicki has a big badonkadonk. Now I know that this is what this song is about, and I understand that this is necessary, but it just irks me. As for Nicki's vocals, the only thing that I can stomach is her rap verses. She'll basically rap about the same topic as in Super Bass, but this time, she'll actually tell stories about rendezvous she had with two guys. The first guy is a drug dealer that buys her nice things, and the second guy is a country boy she put to sleep with her mic skills.
Ew, country ass nigga, let me play with his rifle. Pussy put his ass to sleep, now we calling me Nicki.
The chorus on this track is very unappealing as it consists of an overly animated Nicki and obnoxious samples from Sir Mix-a-Lot's Baby Got Back. Now although I don't like this song, I do understand its appeal. I feel like this song was specifically for the ladies, while the music video is specifically for the men. Now that's something I can agree on.
He love this fat ass.
In conclusion, I'm glad that I finally took the time out to check out some Nicki Minaj songs. For a long time, I classified her as a whack rapper without actually listening to her music. I was very foolish doing this, as I'm completely against people that judge things without even checking it out. The person I am now isn't afraid to admit that Nicki Minaj is a good rapper, and I can most certainly understand her appeal. She's very artsy and has a unique style. I can safely say that no female rapper sounds like Nicki, as I believe it's difficult for anyone to pull off her signature animated flow. One thing that I truly admired about Nicki is her singing vocals. Whenever I decide to listen to her albums, I'm going to be on the lookout for tracks similar to Moment for Life and Super Bass, where she did exceptionally well on both her rapping and singing vocals. Although I'll admit that Nicki is talented, I'm still not a fan of her rap style overall, as sometimes I feel like she's doing too much within her vocals. I understand that's her persona, but overall, it isn't appealing to me. But all in all, I like certain aspects about Nicki that a lot of female rappers lack today. She's definitely the queen of rap if we're basing it off of her impact, but as for me, I'm gonna need to hear a lot more from her for me to personally give her that title. I have a strong feeling that the songs in this playlist really don't do her justice, as she has so much to offer. But with all that being said, this was another episode of checking out artists' top 10 most popular rap songs. Y'all already know that I'm not gonna stop doing these videos, as I love hearing rap music I haven't heard before. Be sure to stay tuned for the next installment of this series, cause it's gonna be another banger.